Yo, it's Zero, and I hope you all are ready for this what if. This will be a special one, as I already have done sun breathing, so why not moon breathing as well? What if Tanjiro had moon breathing? If you guys do enjoy this what if and want another part, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you are new or just haven't already. My links to my intro music, my Discord, and the second channel will all be down below. I'm trying to get my second channel to around 200 subscribers, so help me out with that if you can. Now, without any more wait at all, let's get started.
Yo, let's get it. I'm a trapping fanatic, that shit automatic, so I cannot turn it on or off. Bitches all on my dick, then she hop on my dick, I'm like, why you keep hopping on and off? Yo, bitch all on my dick, she be doing the most, I tell her, little bitch, she so extra. And my gun up on me, but not run up on me, niggas, they wanna fight, they some wrestlers.
We begin with Kokoshibo as a human. He has a wife and kids, but through his kids, who were Tanjiro's ancestors, he passes down moon breathing. And if you are wondering about Muchiro, he will still be a descendant of Kokoshibo's second family that he will have in this story. So in a way, Tanjiro and the future Mist Hashira will be related. Moon breathing is passed down from father to son until Tanjiro learns it from his own father. I feel like Kokoshibo's side of the family will be a little more strict with the way they teach moon breathing. So here, Tanjiro goes down the mountain as usual. But this is a different Tanjiro. He's more serious here, and his Slayer mark had already been developed by this point. He carries the family katana on his waist and on his back. Well, on his way back up the mountain, something happens. A snowstorm will begin coming in, as an old man warns Tanjiro about the demons, causing him to rush into the snowstorm towards his home. The snowstorm is strong, and it blocks his vision, but Tanjiro relies on a strong sense of smell to guide him on his way home. He arrives at the front door of the medium-sized house to see a figure standing outside. This figure turns around, and its blue skin confuses our protagonist. "Who are you?" he would shout. The demon turns around, rushing at Tanjiro without speaking a word, as he would unsheath his family blade and cuts across the monster's chest, now standing behind it. "I asked you a question, so tell me." The demon then explains he was just passing through and got a little hungry, so why not stop for a snack? Tanjiro looks behind him at his home, knowing that his mother's and sibling were inside, causing him to get more serious. He begins inhaling, which makes the hairs on the demon stand up, as it got very nervous. Tanjiro vanished from its view, and is now behind the demon once again. First form, Dark Moon Evening Palace. He swings his blade, cutting off the head of the demon with crescent moons appearing on it as he would swing it. The demon begins to fade away, and this loud noise awakens his family as they would run outside. Tanjiro was in shock because the first time he's ever killed something that wasn't an animal was this demon, who sort of looked human in a way. Now, well, at his core he still was a kind soul. A couple more hours would go by until the water Hashira, Giyu Tomioka, would arrive, as he's surprised that a high-level demon should be on this mountain. He goes to enter the home, and Tanjiro jumps out, punching Giyu, who blocks with the flat side of his blade. "Are you here to kill me, just like that other demon?" Giyu would then wonder what he means by this, as he would question what happens to this demon that Tanjiro speaks of. Tanjiro then explains he killed it with one attack. Giyu was shocked, but based on that blow or that first punch, this boy isn't afraid to kill, and his strength, it's abnormal. Giyu would ask him to spar for a little bit, and Tanjiro accepts, asking if he's allowed to use breathing techniques, as the water Hashira agrees, being surprised that he even knows about this, as the two would then begin their battle. Their swords caused sparks that flew everywhere around Tanjiro's home. His family would then come out to spectate, and he begins to get more serious because of this. The battle eventually ends with the winner being the water Hashira, but Tanjiro comes pretty close to beating him. Experience was truly a very important factor within their spar. Giyu then recommends the Slayer exams to him and tells him where to go. He states it will happen in about 5 months, so he does have some time to decide or train if he would like to. For the months leading up to the exam, Tanjiro trains harder than ever to fully master as much as he can of moon breathing. His mother supports his decision to become a demon slayer, as his ancestors will be very proud of him. When the time comes, Tanjiro leaves home alone and goes to take the exams. He's not only the only one to pass, but he defeats the same demon that was killing the students of Urokodaki in the original. He's given a crow after completing the exams that will follow him around, as he then picks out a piece of sun ore so that his blade could be crafted. He travels back home until further notice, and after about 2 weeks of waiting, someone would arrive to him to give him his sword. When he takes it out, it resembles the color of a moon, which was very fitting for him, as he now wears a purple outfit and travels without a box because Nezuko isn't a demon here, as she's still a human, as is the rest of his family, so we won't get that duo here. Tanjiro climbs through the ranks of slayers, and only after 2 years, he's being examined to be a potential Hashira. I guess we can just start here with the regular time after all. Tanjiro is given a mission to go to a small town, as when he arrives, it's a full moon, which kind of makes him smile in a way, as he picks up the scent of a nearby demon and follows it, jumping through the window of a home. Demon was trying to grab a sleeping woman, but he cuts off his head. However, another one grabs him and pulls him under into a portal. Tanjiro is able to remain calm and focused as he defends himself. The 2 demons would swim around him, and he's forced to block them from different angles. Breath of the Moon, 5th form, Moon Spirit. Tanjiro increases the rate at which he swings his blade underwater. Multiple slashes of moons and crescent moons would rip apart the 2 demons, and one of them retreats to the surface while the other one would die, as Tanjiro would follow this demon up to the surface, and he finishes it off before it can escape. His next mission, this is where he would meet Zenitsu, but Tanjiro leaves him in the field where he was crying, as he's more focused on slaying demons and becoming a Hashira than worried about a slayer who doesn't even want to fight. He gets to the house and he would head in instantly after hearing the story from the 2 kids about their older sibling. Tanjiro instantly picks up the scent of multiple demons and decides that he has to kill all of them, letting none of them leave this place. The room then spins as he would fall into a different room with a small demon that crawls on all 4s. It tries to jump out at him, but he dodges this attack and cuts it down without even turning his head. Eventually, he does find the older sibling of the 2 kids who are outside. Before he continues on the mission, he jumps out one of the windows and returns the boy to his siblings. Alright, now you 3 need to get far away from this place. What about you? One of them would ask. And Tanjiro tells him that he still has a job to do, as he'll handle the rest of the demons as well. He jumps back through the same window, but lands in a different room. In this room, it was the drum demon who was controlling the house. Tanjiro jumps forward, swinging his blade that would be blocked by the demon. He then uses the arm of the demon to jump up even higher. Breath of the Moon, 16th form, Moon Bow, Downward Moon. Downward Moon slashes would then fall down or crash down, and it cuts off the 4 limbs of the demon, leaving it immobile, as it doesn't have the strength to regenerate since it stopped eating humans a while ago. The young slayer then puts the demon out of its misery, finishing it off. He tries to pick up the scent of any more demons that may be in the building, sensing that there could be more, but he can't smell anything. However, he does pick up the strong scent of something coming its way. Inosuke jumps into the room and swings his blade down at Tanjiro, who would block. He then kicks the slayer back, and Inosuke then jumps forward, this time using his fist. Tanjiro outspeeds him and knocks him out, dragging his body outside and leaving it there, in a safe place. Tanjiro then moves on as he's given his next mission that could grant him the rank of Hashira. He heads to the Spider Mountain and meets up with a group of Slayers before they would even go in, since he did come a lot earlier here. There are about 10 of them, no, maybe 15, so they are a little cocky about this mission, but Tanjiro stays pretty serious here. He goes in first as they are all attacked by different members of the spider family. The mother traps many of them in her spider webs, and Tanjiro manages to cut through these webs and he would find the woman. He kills her with the first form so she doesn't get the same kind of peaceful death she did get in the original. Next, Tanjiro runs into the father as he's forced to take him down with the fifth form that sends out multiple slashes that would cut him down. After this, he runs into Rui, the lower moon demon, and, he's ready to fight Tanjiro. His strings are very hard to deal with, and it makes it hard for Tanjiro to get close to him and even cut him. But he has an attack for this as well. Breath of the Moon, 7th form, Mirror of Misfortune. This attack sends slashes on the ground that cut through the strings, and, it cut through the strings in his way, and it creates a patch for him. He gets right next to Rui, and the demon uses more strings that appear right in front of Tanjiro that are about to cut him, as Tanjiro would then yell out, Breath of the Moon, 14th form, Catastrophe. A vortex of slashes that had crescent moons all over them would then appear as these crescent moons and cuts would then destroy the strings completely and also destroy Rui. When Giyu and Shinobu, 2 Hashira, arrived to the battle, thinking that they needed a lot of backup, it was already over thanks to Tanjiro. As the 2 Hashira would later, after taking care of all the injured Slayers, would take him back to the Slayer base, where a meeting is then held, as all the Hashira are now in attendance, and the leader of the Slayer Corps comes out, as it would tell Tanjiro to come forth. Tanjiro Kamado, you will now be known as the Moon Pillar among the Hashira and the Slayer Corps. Congratulations.